We are starting a new season, and in this season, we're going to have beauty, fashion, business tips, along with powerful stories. If you're just tuning into the Glow Up, what you can find on our show is powerful content and powerful stories, and we aim to help business owners and those who are inspiring to have a business, those who have dreams and visions. We serve as a launching pad to help you get started. So I'm so excited on today. I am here with one of the best fashion gurus in the DMV. I'm not just saying this because she's a friend, but she is awesome. She's amazing. And I'm here with Miss Diva Dell of the DS Collection and Diva Couture. She's going to tell us all about what she has going on, but I'm so excited for her to be on the show on today. So Dell, welcome to the Glow Up.
Thank you. Wow, that was an introduction.
Yes.
I'm like, who is that lady? Do I know her?
Oh yes, honey. So we need to let the people know how or where did this all come about? How did you get started?
Well, you know what? For me, fashion has been something that I've been passionate about ever since I was very, very young. I was that 5-year-old that, played with Barbies. I was that 5-year-old that flipped through Cosmo and Vogue.
Oh, wow.
I was that 5-year-old. I'm a Motown baby. Mm-hmm. So I would watch my mom get dressed. And so I was introduced to high fashion at a young age also, Gucci, Halston. And it was so funny. I was going through the photo album the other day and I saw a picture where I had on my mother's heels and makeup and jewelry. So, it comes very natural for me. But, I would say introduced at a very young age, and then as I grew older, I loved seeing different textures and fabrics and color and things of that nature. So it just really evolved for me.
Wow, that's amazing, because you don't hear about many 5-year-olds that get introduced to Gucci and all of that. So that's amazing.
Yes.
So what inspires you to do what you do? Because I know that it's not just about, I know for me, different things like colors inspire me to do different projects, which is weird. So everybody's inspiration is different as a visionary. What inspires you to do it?
Well, definitely color, environment, feeling. One thing about me, I always dress according to my moods. Mm-hmm. So, and it's, it's so funny because it could be on a day where people are like, oh, you're so dressed up, you look so nice. And it could be one of those days. Sometimes I'll kind of psych myself out and I'll get dressed up if I'm kind of feeling down. Yeah. And I think, I realize that fashion is just a very powerful tool. Yeah. Not only for women, but also for men, even though my line is designed for women. But it evokes feeling, it evokes passion. And all those things kind of encompass each other. So all those things come into play as far as influences for me.
Wow, that's amazing. So I know that sometimes when people see visionaries, they see people moving and shaking, they think, oh my God, their life is so glamorous. I wish I had their life. They're happy all the time. But can you tell them some of the challenges that you've had to endure just because of this major call that's on your life?
One thing about the fashion industry, it is very fast paced. So you are pretty much always envisioning the next line as even before you release your current line. So that becomes a task in itself. Having a good team, initially, because this is my 4th collection that's coming up, Mirage. When you started, you're pretty much starting out by yourself, or maybe you have one other person assisting you. So that can become a task. You end up having to wear many hats. You have to be the marketer, the designer, the creative director, play all these different roles, and then you have to meet deadlines. So I think for me, that's been the biggest challenge. But as my collection evolves, I'm blessed to have some great people on board. Come on board actually most recently this season, so I'm glad to see where things are going.
Okay, that's awesome. So would you say, was there any challenges as far as times that you didn't think you were going to make it in this fashion industry, or times that you felt like, listen, because I know I have times where I'm like, I just want to be regular. And when I say regular, I mean, I'm just going to go to work. I'm just going to be a wife. I'm just going to go to church and come home. Like this visionary stuff, I'm done. Yeah. But then something in me says I can't quit.
Yes.
Do you ever have those moments, and what is that like for you?
I've had those moments quite frequently where I just get frustrated, and then usually everybody knows my and it shouldn't be my go-to word, but I'm like, I can't right now. I can't deal with this. I'm ready to just stop. Because you have those moments where you're human and you become frustrated. And then, you see progression may be kind of at a snail's pace, so you begin to wonder, you know what? Is this really what I should be doing? Is this what I'm called to do? And then sometimes you start to second guess yourself. But this upcoming season, I'm very excited about. God has really blessed me. There's some doors that are opening. And I think when you have those moments, then you come to understand, you know what? The struggle was worth it. The challenge was worth it. But yeah, I have those thoughts many times.
Yes, and you have to kind of encourage yourself with what you were able to make it happen with, and then what's to come. Exactly. So I totally get that. So you have so much going on. Tell us about some of the things that you are about to have unfold, like as far as the different fashion weeks and your new collection. Tell us about that.
Yes, so I'm going to be debuting my Siren collection, which is my previous collection. That's going to be in Atlantic City Fashion Week. That is this Saturday.
Awesome.
So I'm really excited about that. And I'm going to also have my jewelry and accessory line. Diva Couture by Dell Scott is actually going to be there as well on display. And then next Friday, the 27th of September, I'm going to be at Philadelphia Fashion Week. So you can still get tickets as well. So AtlanticCityFashionWeek.com, PhillyFashionWeek.org. Again, that's going to be on the 27th. And then the big one are going to be in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California for LA Fashion Week Sanctuary. And that's going to be on October the 12th.
Awesome. I'm so excited about this.
Coast.
Yes, because it's coming to the West Coast. But I get so excited because I remember meeting you at, I think it was Festa Della Donna years ago.
Yes.
And you had your line out then, but I think when I met you, I don't want to say you were just getting started, but you were picking up ground. Yeah. So to see where you are right now and how God is just expanding it, I'm just praying and decreeing and declaring that Paris is coming. Oh, I could see that for you.
All right, I already get no sleep now.
Yes, but no.
But I receive it.
I just believe that. I believe it's going to be internationally next.
Well, I definitely received that. And it's so funny because I had a Facebook memory pop up. And it was from 3 years ago. And it was my first time showcasing at Atlantic City Fashion Week.
Wow.
And it just made me sit for a moment and I'm just like, wow. Look how things have evolved in such a short period of time. And I put a post up because I actually had a live feature. It was Runway Live at Daily Motion in New York City. And whenever the models, they do their flood and they finish featuring my line, I come out afterwards and I'm always pointing up because I give him all the glory. It's actually his creativity. He's just using me as the vessel. So I'm always humbled by every opportunity, by every open door, and I don't take it for granted. So
I'm telling you, it's amazing. It's nobody but God.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
So what would you say to those that say, I want to start my own collection, I want to be a fashion designer, I want to do what you're doing? What, not only inspiration, but what nuggets would you give them?
You definitely have to have a lot of patience. You have to have a lot of fortitude. You definitely have to be very strong-willed. One thing I can say for me, I'm probably always my hardest critic, which in a way can be a good thing. And it can also be a bad thing because you put a lot of pressure on yourself. But I just think that's that part of me that likes to be over-prepared and do something as close to perfection as possible. So I would definitely say you have to utilize those traits. Build yourself a good team. And I think that's with any career path, but also in fashion, because you can definitely get burnt out wearing many hats. And always be in a position where you're learning, where you can glean something. Get yourself a mentor, somebody who's been in the business for a while and who is willing to take you under your wing. I was blessed to have that.
Awesome.
So I'm thankful for that. And one of the mentors that come to mind is Clavin Leonard, and he's actually in Africa. His line, he's Africa Fashion Week, the Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week over there, and he's all over the place. India, and he's traveling, so he's definitely been a blessing. Someone else who I can think of, actually her name is Deb Chandler. She's in PR, she's out of the DC area. People who really believe in you and they're willing to share information, because a lot of times people, they won't share.
That's true.
So I'm thankful for that.
That's awesome. Who are some of your favorite designers?
Oh gosh, I would definitely say one of them, Valentino, just because I tend to gravitate towards formal.
Yeah.
He's definitely one of my favorites, just the attention to detail, hands-on, as far as the decorum and, you know, the structuring of his garments. So he was definitely be my favorite.
That's the top.
Versace, he's definitely, he was one of my favorites because it was just edgy. Very feminine, but also very edgy. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. So on the glow up, what we like to do is something fun before we come to a close. We just want to play a little game, and it's the first thing that comes to your mind.
Oh gosh.
So the first word that comes to your mind when you hear these words, okay?
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Love.
Passion.
Faith.
God.
Marriage.
Jermaine. I know that was probably a no-brainer. At least I said his name, not anybody else.
Exactly.
That's my off-the-wall humor coming out. Okay.
So you done throw me off on my next word. Friendship.
Oh, sisterhood.
And relationship.
Partner.
Awesome.
Covenant. I'm sorry, that was two on there.
That's all right.
But they kind of go hand in
They go
hand.
hand in hand.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on. Is there anything else that you would like to share, or any information about your line that you want to tell? Sure. Go ahead.
Yes, my upcoming line that's going to be released Philadelphia Fashion Week on the 27th. So you still have time to get your tickets. The line is Mirage. And just quickly, the inspiration behind this line. Usually I'll hear a word and then I'll start to get an idea of the color. So mirage, when you typically think of a mirage, it's something that you think you see, but it doesn't really exist. So when you think of mirage, you think they naturally occur in a desert. So you're going to see earth tones, you're going to see metallics, rose gold, black, white. When you think of the sun, the way the sun shimmers in the desert, you know, at noonday and also at night. So you're going to see a lot of sequins, some lace, as always some surprise, a lot of decorative trim. So I'm really excited about this line. And then we're going to debut it also again on the West Coast. Don't forget, October the 12th in LA. So if you're going to be in the LA area, come out, join us. You can definitely go to my page on social media, Dell Scott. Also on Instagram, Dell Scott Collection, and Dell Scott as well, to get information as far as tickets and additional information too. You can go directly to the website. Oh, you can go on the website too, DellScottCollection.com.
Awesome. So she has given you all many ways to get these tickets. I want you to get them and check out this collection. And if you know me, I love anything about a sequin, okay? That's like my ultimate favorite. If I want to shut it down, I'm coming in sequins. And by the way, there's a skirt that you got me.
Oh, yes.
That everybody asked me, where'd you get it? I was in Philly a couple weeks ago, and this lady was like, I need that skirt. I said, see, Dell Scott on Facebook.
I also do personal shopper service and styling. Mainly design, but I do that for clientele as well.
Absolutely, and she has came through for me on some moments where I tend to wait for the last minute, and I'm like, Dell, I need something, and she comes through, so I really appreciate that. But I thank you all for tuning in. This has been another amazing guest on the Glow Up, and I just thank you all for tuning in. Please go to Facebook and Instagram. You can see us on the Glow Up with Shaunia Ellis. Also, I've had many people reach out to me wanting to be a guest, whether it is via Facebook Live. That is now opening up, so if you would like to be a guest on the Glow Up, please feel free to reach out to me. And you can do that via email, ShauniaEmpowers@gmail.com. Thank you for tuning in, and when I shine, you shine. It's time for us to glow up. I'll see you next time.